What's going on YouTube? Joe Miner 3131 back alongside, yes, you can believe it, JS Miner 87 here on the DFS Quarry channel. First show of 2019. Finally got a slate we can break down. We'll be breaking down the 6-game main slate for January 2nd, 2019. B. Jared's first show back since before Christmas. We got a lot of updates here. We are 98 subscribers now. We're 2 away from the 100 subscriber mark. Well, once we hit that mark, we're going to have that contest and give away the hat, NHL hat, to the winner. And the winner is going to have choice there. So you like the video, click that thumbs up. Sure does help us out. Nothing monetary wise, just gets us up there at the top of the search menu. That's all. When someone searches DFS, gets our videos up there towards the top. That's all. So if you could hit that thumbs up, we'd appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel so we can go ahead and give away that hat. We're trying to do that. We got a goal set for around January 15th. So you know what I mean? To win the hat, all you got to do is be a subscriber, and we'll figure out the rest from there. As soon as we do, we'll let everybody know. Share the video if you would. We appreciate it. We do have a Slack channel now. If you'd like to jump in that, let a comment below. And, let me your email address. I'll send you the invite out. You can jump in our Slack channel. If you don't want to do that, hit me up on Twitter at DFS Quarry. I answer everything relatively quickly, so just send me a private message. I'll, with your email, and I'll send the invite out as soon as I see it. Jared, how you doing, man? Welcome back. You were up there, like you said, the Great White North of Canada, Montreal. Good time?
Cold country, we'll call it there. But, yeah, it's always good when you can cross borders and not get stopped anymore. Got myself a Cuban cigar in the car, waiting for my first real victory of 2019. I'm not going to wait on that badge because Cole might say it'll never come. My cigar will go stale. But, hey, looking forward to it. And, yeah, some wins out there, while I was out, definitely was playing. It was nice to go to a country where you could still play DFS this time. So, but, yeah, I walked around. The Thursday night, I'm looking at my phone only to realize that Montreal had a morning skate at the Bell Complex where they practiced. And I was like, oh, I wanted to go. And I wanted to keep track to see when they were going to practice and go over. But didn't get to, but her aunt drove us over there. Pretty much an open facility. Nothing was going on, but you got to walk right in, see where they practiced at. Went to the pro shop, bought me a little one of those little hockey sticks. I got Phil Kessel one, so I just bought a Montreal Canadian one, so it's a little souvenir. But certainly glad to be back, and hopefully we can continue to provide good fantasy advice in 2019.
Fair enough, man. With that being said, may as well not piss around. We'll jump right into it. First game up on the slate, we got the Calgary Flames heading into Detroit to take on the Detroit Red Wings. Calgary's a -140 visiting favorite, over under of 6 in this game. And again, I'm going to be using the left wing lock goalie projections. And we got projected Smith and Howard. What do you like here, man?
For me, I think it has to be the Calgary side. You look at the Red Wings, 1-6-3 in the last 10. They've kind of stumbled a little bit here, but I'm going to be all Calgary for the most part on this game. A couple one-offs here. In a game of 6, I don't think I'm going to have the Red Wings in the lineup at all, to be honest. But if you did, I think you'd be pairing Nyquist and Larkin. Don't look at their power play, special teams, and anything. If you're going to play somewhere, you just play the lines here. You look at their home stats for the power play. They're 29th in the league, converting at 12.5% on the power play. They are dead last in the league on penalty kill. So you're not going to, really think that you're going to score on the power play tomorrow. So I like, Dylan Larkin, Nyquist is on that first line. I'd like to say Fantasio there on the third line, but at 4,500 for a guy getting third line minutes is just too pricey here. Maybe if you'd want for a bottom line play here, you might look at Michael Rasmussen on that fourth line. He does get second power play minutes, like I said. I mean, that's the only upside of the 2,500 price tag on that second power play minutes. Maybe even Darren Helm. Now he gets no power play time. He is on that third line, so he might get a little bit more minute time. But for me, I would look at Michael Rasmussen. If I'm in that last crunch, I need a $2,500 winger. That'd be the guy I'm looking at. No defense and no goalie for me from Detroit here. But going over, I unfortunately missed the stack that I needed to play in Calgary the other night. I think I played maybe it was Backlund and Kachuk. I played one of the two I missed because Monahan hit pretty well and Lindholm had some plays. This first line has been nothing short of stellar. Gaudreau with 10 points in 5 games. These are just unreal numbers. I say you stack them here. I don't care about the price tag at this point. 6 games in a cash game play, I think you can afford to play this whole first line combo. And like I said, I think you stick with that combo. Let me check if they're on the same power play, though. Monahan's there, Gaudreau's there, Lindholm's there. Yeah, you do got the value of the same power play time. If you don't want to play the heavy hitters, you never know if Backlund and Kachuk are going to be the guys to score. So Neil had the goal the other night. I know I was watching the video there that Joe did the other night solo show. He was saying Neil on that second line. I hope he gets some hopefully he produces and puts some value. I mean, I think we both want to see him succeed. We never had a problem. He took stupid penalties for the Penguins, but he's a nice, fun guy to watch. So Neil on that second line, I think he is going to provide value. He got a goal already, 13 shots already. I think Neil is a nice pairing with that second line, and you could throw him in that second line pair. If I'm going second line, I'd probably only do a pair. Whether you want to go Backlund and Neil, whether you want to go Kachuk and Backlund, any of that organization would be fine. Bennett on that third line is a one-off. It's possible to do that. Going down to the defense here, I think you're going to look at this defense as well in this one. I'm liking Calgary they put up 7 goals the other night. I like them to put up 4 or 5 tomorrow. So I'm not rolling out Giordano at 6K. No problems there. Harmonic on that second defenseman, 3,500. I'm not rolling that guy out either. Those would probably be my 2 defensive plays. I'm not going to play Brody. No real reason. It's just, I just don't think he sits well. But Giordano, getting power play time and good ice time as well. And Harmonic, just because I like the 3,500 over the 3,100 price tag. Getting obviously the 12 blocks to 8 blocks over Brody is a selling point. And I definitely have interest in Mike Smith. He might give up 1, might give up 2, but I look for this to be another pounding by the streaking Calgary Flames.
Well, I'm pretty much right there with you. I do like Calgary in this one here. If it is Mike Smith, he could have a real good game here. Even if it's David Riddick, he could have a real good game here. I'm not quite certain they're going to see enough shots, though, man. Detroit's only averaging, just under 28 shots a game, and Calgary's only given up just under 30 shots a game. I'm not sure if they're going to see enough shots, either one of those goalies, to make a difference here. Maybe not a bad cash game play, possibly. Riddick at 8,200 and Mike Smith at 8K on DK there. Mike Smith might draw a little less ownership if it is him, but I don't want no Jimmy Howard regardless of what goes on here. As far as that goes, I'll rule him out. Detroit's given up over 3.5 goals a game So I am on the Calgary side here. Both top two lines, Johnny Gaudreau, Sean Monahan, Elias Lindholm. I like Matt Tkachuk, Mikhail Backlund, and I am all about James Neal, 3,300, second line winger. He did score again, or scored the other night, like you said. Does block, not a lot, but he's up there. That goal could have opened up the floodgate here for James Neal because he's much better than what he's been playing, and Calgary is going to need him to be better if they want to make a real run at this, regardless, because there's not really anything. I mean, James Neal is better than Sam Bennett, man. I mean, we can all agree on that, regardless. And he did sign a pretty decent contract to come play here, man. And I don't think they signed that contract for him to be a third or fourth liner. So with Tkachuk and Backlund, I think James Neal is going to work out real well here. So I do have a lot of interest in James Neal, and certainly at that 3,300 price tag. And that's it. I don't want nothing off the third or fourth line. If you guys want to do that, go ahead. I wouldn't do that in anything but a real large field GPP. Defensively here, Mark Giordano at 6K. I mean, okay, fine. If you want to run that top power play unit all together, pair it up there, that'd be okay. Won't mind that too much, I guess, but I really got more interest in the other two guys down here below them. I like Hannafin and Hamonic, both defensively for Calgary. Extremely, solid, not great plays, but solid plays with decent floors. So at those price tags, Hannafin at 3,700 and Hamonic at 3,500, I think they're really good plays here. Detroit wise, real simple for me, right? I like Nyquist and I like Larkin, the same as you, and I don't want anything else at all. I don't think Detroit scores enough here to make any kind of a difference or be anything of a relevance. But if they are going to score, Larkin is going to be part of it regardless, and he likes to shoot the puck from everywhere. So Larkin is almost a cash game lock, to be honest with you. But I'm not going to say that. He's almost that. I really like him. He's a good young player. Next game up, we got the Pittsburgh Penguins heading into Madison Square Gardens to take on the New York Rangers. Pittsburgh is a minus 145 visiting favorite here. Over under 6 in this game. We should see Matt Murray and Henrik Lundqvist. Just think, man, if we still had the Flower, we'd be talking about an epic Hall of Fame goalie situation battle going on here. But since we got Murray and not the Flower, we can't talk about that. We can talk about headaches. What do you like here in this game, man? I got some interest here.
Yeah, well, certainly Penguins know from being a Metro Division rivalry here, the streaking Penguins against 6 games in a row winning. But I do got interest here both ways. I kind of like Jesper Fast being on that first line now. It looks like they have, at least according to Daily Faceoff, 3,000 on the great price tag. Chris Kreider as well, 8 points in 5 games with 17 shots and 5 blocks. 3 of those points being on the power play at 5,200. That's a steal there. Let's go down here to this power play. What can we see? Yeah, they're converting. So I don't think it'd be a bad option to look at throwing a couple of guys on this first power play unit and testing the waters. As a 6-game slate, especially a GPP play, it's easily viable. So Kreider, 5,200, he'd be your must play. Looking at this, I don't think you could go wrong with Zibanejad or Kevin Hayes on that first power play unit. Maybe Hayes because he gets that extra minute of ice time according. So, but for me, I'm still going to go favor the Penguin side here. Crosby back in there, 10 points in 5 games at 7,400. Gensel's back to producing, 5 points in 5 games at 6,200. Maybe even leave Gensel out. I might try to run the Crosby Malkin power play there. So run Crosby, Malkin, and Kessel as that 3-line pairing. Really, I like when I play the Penguins. I always like favoring their power play unit more than anything. It gives me exposure to more of their lines, as opposed to staying with one line. So that's why I do favor that. Heck, and even a 5,600 Hornquist could be paired in there and give you a little bit of salary relief. Not a lot, but some. And Chris Letang being 6,100 is salary relief in itself a little bit there. So there's where I'm at. I'd stick to the first power play line. I think Crosby does have some pretty good success against the Rangers as well. I know he's really good against the Flyers, but I think this is another one here. And hey, Matt Murray, I think he's back, and I think well, you know what? At least for now, he is. He's 3-0 with 1.0 GAA and a 0.97. We're good to go with that, and that it might be my start. I didn't opposite of Joe's point there, and it was a great one that he made on getting shots when it came to Calgary here. The Rangers are shooting. Let's see, where are we at here? Yeah, the Rangers are actually in that same boat. I thought they had shot more, but they are 28.3 shots. You might have to, take a chance on one of these guys. I think I would take a chance more with the Penguins giving up more shots against the Rangers, though, than Detroit getting more shots against Calgary, though.
And you'd be right in saying that over the last 10 games, Pittsburgh has given up 36.2 shots a game over the last 10. So, well, it is what it is. But I like the Pittsburgh side here, I guess. I normally split them up. The obvious guys, Crosby, Malkin, Kessel, Hornquist. But I wouldn't mind taking a shot here on Zach Aston Reese if he's playing up there on that top line. Any word on how long Rust is going to be out?
I haven't heard.
Oh, whatever. If Zach Aston Reese ends up being up there at 3,100, I'd like that paired up with Crosby. But, obviously, if you want to target this game for real, Jared, I'm with you on it. The top power play unit's probably where you want to go. Maybe a one-off of Brassard, 3,300 off that third line as well. And I kind of got interested in Murray. At 8K, that's not a bad price. So I think he's in play. As far as the Rangers go, Kreider, Hayes, and Zibanejad, that would be my only plays over there. I wouldn't worry about anything else. I look for Pittsburgh to win this one pretty handily, actually. So next game up, we got the Vancouver Canucks heading into Ottawa to take on the Ottawa Senators. Vancouver is a minus 125 visiting favorite. Over-under of 6.5 in this game should be Markstrom, and they're projecting Hogberg. What do you like here?
Well, I think I did see that Hogberg is 0-2 as a starter. So I think you were going back to the Vancouver side of things here. I'm going to look at Horvat first line. I like Horvat as a one-off, to tell you the truth, by himself. Gertman and Eriksson just aren't very appealing to me. You go to that second line, it's definitely Pettersson and Besser. That's the usual, three-player triangle that I do is Besser, Pettersson, and Horvat. It's a high cost. I get it, but it's doable. Third line there, power play time. He's got 2 power play points in 5 games. Is Sven Baertschi. I think he just got back recently off of injury, so I like where he sits. It's certainly at 4,200, a little bit of price relief there. Josh Levo as well at 3,000, shooting 14 shots in 5 games is a play. got one goal. Maybe wish he had a little bit more, but that's a player you're kind of more so saying, I need that one last player. Edler, I like Edler here. Defensively, I think he had the game-winning goal in overtime the other night. So Edler, great play. Edler is really the one-off that I like. Can't even see playing any cheap ones on there. So, yeah, it'd just be Edler for me.
I think this game could potentially shoot out. I don't want any goalies here at all. Not going to bother with them. Markstrom's iffy at best. Hogberg, who knows? As far as Vancouver goes, looking at them here, I guess. I guess for me, off the top line, it would only be Bo Horvat. That'd be it for me. Second line, I do like Elias Pettersson and Brock Besser, obviously, as a pairing. I really don't think anybody else is any. That's all I'd play. Horvat, Pettersson, Besser. They're probably all on the top power play line together. They are. Throw in defensively Alexander Edler there. That'd be okay. And that's pretty much it for me. Like I said, no Markstrom for me at all. Take a look at the auto side here. If it is Hogberg, I like I said, no Hogberg for me. I like Kachuk. Off the top line with Chris Tierney and Mark Stone. You just want to run two of those three. I'd let Tierney off and run Kachuk and Stone together. That second line with Duchesne. Colin White. They got Bobby Ryan up there. I thought Dzingel was up there their last game out. I could have swore Duchesne assisted on the Dzingel. I gotta look into that, but I kind of like Ottawa here. Maybe I'm going way out on the limb here, but Dzingel's in play too at 4,800. I know they're listing him down there in a fourth line, but he's getting over 17 and a half minutes a game. He'll be up here running with these other guys too, with White and Duchesne, I think. So I really like Kachuk, Stone, and Duchesne. See here, what are they doing defensively? Stone, Duchesne are on the top unit. Kachuk is on the second power play unit. And they do have Maxime LaJoy up here on the power play unit. The top power play unit with Shabbat being out. So Maxime LaJoy defensively at 4K, getting that top power play time now too, I think it is nice. So like I said, it's Stone, it's Duchesne, it's Brady Kachuk. I really like that. I like Ryan Dzingel a lot and Maxime LaJoy. So and no goalies here. I'm on the Ottawa side here. I think it could shoot out. We could see a 4-3 game here, maybe 5-4, something like that. And I'm on the Ottawa side. Can't believe I'm saying that. I'm possibly running a full game stack, not liking the goalies at all. So if we could get something from over here, like a Kachuk, a Stone, and Duchesne, and run it back with the Besser Pettersson combination, maybe a little bit of Edler in there as well. 6-7 guys from this game ain't gonna screw you, I don't think. Next game up on the slate, New Jersey heading into Dallas, take on the Dallas Stars. Didn't have a line in this game at all yet. And I seen Blackwood projected and Big Ben Bishop. So what do you like here, man?
New Jersey on the road, I tend to avoid. So I'm going to be on the Dallas side. So, I'm still going to give Jamie Benn and Sagan a chance here just because they're talented. It can only be so many games before they don't score, right? This is probably not going to be my first choice of a stack, though. I don't even think I would cash game this. I would potentially maybe even just do this in a GPP setting, thinking that most people might be off these two guys, and take your chance there. Janmark on that second line with Radulov, you can certainly pair it that way. Radulov's still producing a little bit there, 6,900. The more I look at this, though, it's a GPP game or it's a complete fade game for me. Might get my goalie out of it when you look down at Ben Bishop here. He's having a great past 3 games, 2-0-1 with a 1.62. I like that. I just don't know where their scoring is going to come from and there are a lot of better plays out there. If I'm looking at New Jersey's side, I have no problem one-offing a little bit. If you want to one-off Palmieri, you can do that. But I'm going to one-off only. Looks like Taylor Hall's back to injured. So, yeah, it's still Kyle Palmieri. And actually, with Taylor Hall being a little injured, I actually have more interest in Palmieri because I think they're going to center on him a little bit more. So he'd be a nice one-off play. I don't have any interest in the goalie situation. Usually defensively for New Jersey, you can find a guy or two here. So don't be alarmed. Andy Green, 3,900. That's a nice play normally. 7 shots, 15 blocks, and he's got 3 points in 5 games. I like where that sits there, and 3,900 is actually a real nice price tag there. You would think he's only a couple points away in 5 games to actually increasing his price by a whole 1,000. So Andy Green's a nice play. Defensively for Dallas, I know I'm jumping back and forth, but that's really what this game is. It's really a mesh game. I don't know which way I'm going, but I still always like Chance and Heiskanen and Lindell. And Klingberg, I'm not as much, but I think for 4,100 and 4,200 for Lindell and Heiskanen, and they tend to have that chance of point production in a game, and especially a game where I think that Dallas is going to score 3 or 4. I think those guys give you that chance for an assist and a couple blocks, hopefully get you 2.5, 3 points. But that's where I'm at. Like I said, I tried my best to break it down for you. It's really going to be a fade probably for me. If I play the 4 contests, I can see myself throwing maybe a little bit there, but not sure how many contests I'm going to play in a 6-game slate. Maybe three lineups across 6 contests or so.
Yeah, obviously it's not like New Jersey on paper is interesting at all. Under 3 goals a game over the last 10, but so is Dallas. Somebody's got to score to win here. They're both taken over the last 10, just over 31 shots a game. So it is what it is here. I like the price tag on Blackwood here, so I'm a little bit interested there at 7,100. I don't think. Well, I think both goalies are in play here, to be honest with you, depending on how you want to look at it. So I'm gonna not rule either one out yet. I'm gonna keep them on my list here until I get a better handle on it sometime tomorrow here. But Jersey, Hershier, and Palmieri, I'd play that. Those two. I could take a shot on Blake Coleman, Pavel Zacha. I could take a shot there. Maybe a shot on Miles Wood. That would be okay, I guess. Andy Green. defensively. That'd be it for me. I can't really see me playing much New Jersey here, but that's where it would be. Here's your Palmieri, Coleman, Zaka, Wood, and Andy Green defensively. Dallas side here, I still think you got to stick with. I still think you guys stick with the top guys here. Jamie Benn, Tyler Seguin, Alexander Radulov. Um, I've heard of GMs calling out players, man, before, but never once heard president or CEO calling them out like that, in that fashion or that manner. People were taking offense to it. I listen to a lot of NHL Network. Them guys are on there crying about how this guy did this shit, man. Do you know what I say to that? I don't give a rat's ass, man. These guys got some big ass contracts. They are the franchise faces of this team, and they're not playing like it. So step it up, boys. You know what I mean? Bottom line. So let's get at it. Jamie Benn, Tyler Seguin, Alexander Radulov. That's the only three forwards I want to even piss with here. Klingberg, man, I'd really want to see him open it up here a little bit more yet. Lindell's price never moves. Heiskanen at 4. I like Heiskanen at 4,100. I could take a shot there for certain. And that's it for me. I mean, Bishop's a good play if he starts in the net. Kudabin as well. If he starts in the net, I like his price tag a lot better. At 7,900 at $200 savings. But I think I want to take a look at the goalies here more than anything. But there are some forward plays here, and some defensive plays. So don't roll them out completely. I just don't see where you really need to dive in it too hard here. You could probably fade the whole game and get away with it and it not hurt you at all. But it is what it is. San Jose Sharks heading into Colorado, take on the Colorado Avalanche. Avalanche are a minus 115 home favorite here. Over under of 6 in this game. It should be Martin Jones in the net for San Jose, and Grubauer. I seen they put it out on their Twitter feed anyway that he was going to start in the net tomorrow for Colorado. Jared, what do you like here?
Well, the Colorado, the past 5, maybe even call it 10 games hasn't been our DFS luck, have they? So I'm going back here and going back to the stats. Yeah, they say it's harder to play in Colorado because of the air quality and stuff. Colorado is near the bottom now in home ice here. They are now 22nd in home ice, 8-5-5, giving up 2.8. And their penalty kill is 30th in the league. So I'm going to take my chances here on this first power play unit, and that's where I'm going to solely put my attention. I think you run Carlson and Burns defensively. Pick one of the two. I got it wrong again the other day. I was on Carlson and it ended up being Brent Burns night. But, at 6,200, Burns is just lighting it up. So Burns, Couture, Pavelski there. That's a good solid showing. Hurdle as well. Pick 2, pick 3 guys. I wouldn't have an issue with it because I think the San Jose 6-2-2 in their last 10. I think they're starting to certainly have turned a corner. So that's where I like. And Carlson, I think, came out, right out of the suspension there against Edmonton and had a goal that night. So that's where I like. And I could talk about Martin Jones is an in for me. He's in. He's going to draw some attention for me, at least a thought process there. I'm not sure if I'm going to go with him, but he's going to deserve a look. If you're looking here, it's just so pricey to run the McKinnon, Rantanen, and Landeskog on a chance. And that's really what it has been. I'd probably aim for that second line a little bit more and take my chance there and run Landeskog, Kerfoot, and Comfort, to be honest, instead of I still have no problem one-off of McKinnon. McKinnon's becoming basically the Connor McDavid here, where you just one off him and hope that he grabs some points. He's going to get you. I mean, he's averaging over the past 5. He's averaging 5 shots a game, a little over 5 shots a game. That's 2.5 points right there. You get a point out of him, you're already up to 4.5. So a one-off with McKinnon is completely fine as well. Defensively, I've never. I won't even play anyone defensively on Colorado anymore because I think Tyson Barrie for 2 points in 5 games isn't worth 5,000. I could pay 3,900 for Andy Green blocking 15 shots in 5 games. I'm not on Barrie. I'm not on the goalie for Colorado either. Whoever it may be, I forget who you said it was. Bartlemov, I think it was.
No, it's Grubauer.
Yeah. I didn't write them down because the left wing lock said it updated months ago, I believe. So I didn't look at it. They're not in play for me, and I think San Jose continues and scores 3 to 4 goals and wins by 1.
I don't know what to think here, to be honest with you. But I want to look at one thing right quick here. Yeah, well, San Jose side here, I just wish they would just stop pissing with the goddamn lines already. It's just constant movement. Remind me of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Bunch of bullshit. I got interest in quite a few, though. Couture and Meyer, I got interest there. I got interest in Thornton and Pavelski. I like Kane and Hurdle, Burns and Carlson, man. So I guess I'm looking at 8 guys here I'd like to play somehow, some way. Price, if it's not a problem, taking a look at their power play unit, the top one, Hurdle, Couture, Pavelski, Burns, Carlson. That's super nice, man. And honestly, you can fit them all in. There's value out there. You can run the whole top power play unit as a whole and feel pretty comfortable about it. I'm not going to play Jones in the net here at all. Just in case Colorado goes off here. Now, with Colorado, and that being said, they did split that top lineup. They are running Tyson Jost in that left wing first line position, and they dropped Landeskog down to the second line. So you have Jost, McKinnon, and Rantanen starting on the top line, and you got Gabe Landeskog with Alexander Kerfoot and JT Compher on the second line. Now, if they could get that second line going like that, I think that would be great. And I would like to get on that early. But the problem with this is tomorrow in the San Jose game, I think that second line might, if they end up facing Joe Thornton's line, I think Joe Thornton's good enough defensively to shut down Kerfoot, which in turn will pretty much shut down the whole line because, Landeskog is good, but is he 7,100 good by himself? I don't think so, man. So I can't do that. Maybe just as a tournament shot, because I do have some interest there with Landeskog, Kerfoot, and Compher. I think that line could work out if they could get it going. Compher's obviously playing extremely well with 2 goals, 2 assists, 12 shots, 4 blocks, 2 power play points, 20 minutes of ice time in the past 5 games. So he's doing something right here at 4,900. That's not a bad price. And Kerfoot, 2 goals, 1 assist, 10 shots, 3 blocks, 15.5 minutes of ice time at 4,100 in the last 5 games. I think that's great as well. As far as, getting power play, you got Landeskog and Comfer both on the top power play unit. So you get that power play correlation together on a top unit, which also in turn gets you exposure to McKinnon and Rantanen. Man, so don't rule out the second line of Colorado here. I know everybody wants to write them off as dead, but come on, man. We've seen what these guys were doing, 2 weeks ago even. So let's just take a deep breath. All these teams take a step back. If you guys, got such short-term memories, don't we remember what Buffalo just did not long ago with a 10-game winning streak here? And now what are they doing? So Colorado's going to get it right here. Might not be tomorrow, but it could be tomorrow. Defensively, really, other than Eric Johnson at 3,600, maybe Tyson Berry at 5K, nothing else. I mean, you don't need to really piss with this. There's better defensive plays elsewhere. And Grubauer, I think I'll go ahead and pass on Grubauer as well in the net. And we'll go ahead and move on to the last game of the night. Edmonton Oilers heading into Arizona to take on the Arizona Coyotes. Edmonton is a -105 visiting favorite, 5.5 over/under in this game. Left wing lock says Talbot and Kemper. What do you like here, Jared?
Oh, yeah, this might be a go down as another fade game here. You see a lot of what Edmonton has done the past 5 games comes off the power play. And that being said, it's, they're going up against Arizona, who's got some of the best penalty kill. So, actually, I think Arizona's home penalty kill is actually number 1. So, I just don't like that, since you look at Draisaitl, 5 goals, 4 power play points in the last 5, 3 power play points for Nugent Hopkins, 4 power play points for McDavid. All that being said, a lot of their action has been on the power play. If Arizona, looking at stats wise, what does that tell you? Tells me to kind of stay away from the game. There's a lot of other plays out there. So I'm going to actually take that advice and fade Edmonton on this one. Looking at it from the Arizona side, I could see taking a chance on Galchenyuk and Nick Schmaltz. I promise I'm going to fix this crazy video I got going. I see it, and I'm going to fix this shit. Pissing me off too. But I'm going to make deal with it tonight because I can't shut off any connections. Look at that. Let's keep going. Ekman Larson, again, defensively, you can take a chance here. I do like Arizona to kind of win a very close game. So whether it be, 3-1, 2-1, and then an empty netter kind of thing at the end, I like that. And I don't mind taking a shot on Kemper tomorrow. Talbot, I think, is going to see some shots, and Talbot could be in play. But if he doesn't get you that win, it's going to be, it won't kill you not to get the win tomorrow if you hit your stack, obviously. Talbot could be a good solid play as well, let's call it. But the thing with Talbot is, I think let's see his price here before I, 7,700. Yeah, I don't think you want to take Talbot at that. I'm going to look elsewhere for goalies there. But Kemper is certainly in play for me.
I tell you what, I don't know. I do kind of have interest in Talbot here a little bit. Over the last 10 games, Arizona's putting up almost 31 shots a game here. And you got Edmonton giving up 34 shots a game. So a little bit of the reason that I got interest in Talbot is because I think everybody is not going to have interest in Talbot at 7,700. So I think that, with Talbot being so up and down and so iffy, I mean, let's face it, Talbot is a good goalie, right? I think Talbot's a good goalie. At times, Talbot is an extremely bad goalie. But I get interest there at 7,700. I don't want Kemper. I'm on the Edmonton side of this game, I guess. I like McDavid. I like Draisaitl. I like Hopkins, obviously. Those three guys, and I also like Darnell Nurse. And defensively, that would be it. I like the power play unit. Not for the power play unit. I like those three guys. It gets me exposure to all three of those lines since that's what they're running here, and it is what it is. Those three guys are going to get ice time together as well. Talking about, and like I said, I do got interest in Talbot. Arizona side here. I was just working on writing some of them guys down here, just looking at them quick. I like Richard Panik, I think, and Derek Stepan off that top line. I like Galchenyuk and Schmaltz off that second line. The second line is a great price, 3,800 for Galchenyuk, 3,500 for Schmaltz. It's super good prices there, but that would be it. Just those four guys, forward wise for me. And I always like Ekman Larson, so OEL is always in play for me. I think he's a good play at 4,400. You can't go wrong. Chychrun here, Jacob Chychrun at 3,900. He's also probably in play. At 3,900, you don't need a lot. You can walk into that, but he's got 2 goals, 1 assist, 15 shots, 8 blocks, a power play point with 21 plus minutes of ice time over the last 5 games. So at 3,900, he's certainly in play. And that's it, guys. That's the slate breakdown. We can jump into the game and get the hell out of here. Jared, what you got going on for your diamond stack?
I'm heading to the well here and give me the Vancouver line 2. Line 2 Vancouver with Nikolai Goldobin, Elias Pettersson, and Brock Besser.
Certainly a good pick there. Believe it or not, I am going to hit that same game with you. No, actually, I'm not. I'm changing my mind. I was going to hit that same game with you, but I'm not doing that. I'm changing it up here. I'm going to go to the first game. Calgary, line 2. We got Matt Tkachuk, Mikhail Backlund, James Neal. What do you like for your snowflake stack?
The snowflake for me is going to be Colorado line 1, Tyson Jost, Nathan McKinnon, and Mikko Rantanen.
It's probably a pretty good pick. That really doesn't let me with any decent picks. So I guess I'll kind of cop out here a little bit. Give me the New York Rangers line 1. Chris Kreider, Mika Zibanejad, Jesper Fast. What do you like for your Boulder Award here?
Boulder Award for me, going back to my same game as the anonymous stack, Jacob Markstrom with the shout out tomorrow.
You're crazy.
Crazy plays make money.
I'll bet you $1 he doesn't get a shutout.
No, that's a terrible deal. I mean, we can bet on the win or something, but I mean, that's.
Give me Ottawa for the win with $1. I'll give you a chance to win.
All right. Deal.
All right. My Boulder Award is going to be Give me Cam Talbot. Shutting out Arizona. In Arizona. Ooh, Cole says Bishop. He could.
I looked at him. I looked at him.
I looked at Bishop too. You know what I mean?
But I thought it was too easy. I'm like, it popped right out at me. I'm like, this is like where he gives up like 3 or so.
Well, my thing is that he New Jersey is bad on the road. You know, I'm hoping they got something going here, but I doubt it. It is what it is. But I don't
No,
know.
Raiders fan. I owe money.
There's good plays here on this slate, man. So it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I think there's a couple games we can just flat out get rid of. A few teams we can flat out get rid of and not worry about playing.
Yeah, you know that offhand. You got the quick stats there for Arizona's power play recently?
These will probably be last week's, I think.
You see how many points we got in the last. Clayton Keller has 3 power play points on line 1 in the past 5. Galchenyuk has 4 power play points on that second power play.
Looks like they've been drawing 3 to 4 a game.
Chances. Yeah, I know they draw a ton. Yeah, that's one thing they do.
They're scoring.
Yeah.
I don't know when I updated these, but they had 5 goals. So yeah, I mean they're scoring. I'd have to dig into a little bit more, Cole. Raiders will check in the Slack tomorrow, I'm certain. But
hey, update on the contest today. I'm solely in the league, hoping to take Cole down for that first league spot here.
Oh yeah. It is what it is. I played Chicago, man. I got bit. I figured they played a little better today, being outside, Winter Classic, yada yada yada. It is what it is. But that being said, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. Share our video out there. Do all that fun stuff, man. I think we need 1 or 2 more subscribers yet. Raiders, don't worry about the Steelers. We just need to fire the head coach. We'll be doing a lot better. Besides that, Jared's a damn Cincinnati Bengals fan anyway. You don't give a rat's ass what the hell they do. And yeah, the great Steel City.
We fired our head coach though.
Yeah, well, he needed to be fired, 12 years ago?
Well, at least 4.
Yeah. But whatever. We're going to get out of here. Thanks for everybody in the live chat. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Try to give away that hat. Again, if you want to get in the Slack, hit me up at DFS Quarry on the Twitter machine. You can hit Jared up at JSMiner87. Follow my personal channel Twitter page at JoeMiner3131. And come over and join us in the Slack. All I need is your email. Send you out an invite. Get in there. We talk plays all day long. Be plenty enough games tomorrow to actually get some Slack action going on because it's been a little slow lately with nothing going on. Had fun, man. Welcome back, Jared. Good to have you back. Back to normal here now, I guess, for a few weeks.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Good luck to everyone tomorrow. We're going to get out of here. See ya.